Very
Guys.
good
Hello
morning
guys,
to
hello everyone.
everyone, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on the time of the day where you are now. It's great to see some familiar faces. Hello, Francoise, and
Hi.
some new people. Hi, Chetma. So we are here at this session devoted to Germany as a language study destination, and the second session of today will be presented to you by Pascal and Farouk, the new directors of KAPITO Sprachschule in Münster, and they will now tell you about the personal approach KAPITO School is so famous for. In the end, we will have questions and answers. So during the session, if you would like to ask a question, you can use the chat, or you will have an opportunity after Farouk and Pascal finish their presentation. So please, gentlemen, the floor is yours, and we are listening about life and German language learning in Münster.
All right, thanks Julia for the introduction. Faruk, can you share the screen maybe for our presentation?
Yes, of course. Give me a second. Share it properly.
Yes. All right.
I think now you should see it.
Yeah, it's great. All right, that's our presentation. And yeah, welcome everyone. We're really happy that you join us today. So we would like to give you a clear overview in the next 30 minutes of who we are, what we are doing, and why so many learners from all around the world choose KAPITO. And of course, why working with agencies is like a key part of our success. So the Study German in Münster, and also the title, The Personal Approach to Language Learning. So let's start with our agenda. So let's go to the next slide. Yes, it is like it is. So you can see our agenda for today. I will give you at first some general informations about KAPITO, about Münster, but then also about our language courses in general, about our courses, also the teaching quality. Then Faruk will continue with our range of services, the cooperation with you as agencies, and Faruk will give you answers to the question why to choose KAPITO, and at the end there will be a question and answer session. All right, so let's start with general informations about Münster. In general, Münster is located in the west part of Germany. So maybe you know Cologne as a city or Düsseldorf as a big, large cities in Germany. And Münster is like next to these cities. Münster has like 310,000 inhibitions and 60,000 of it, so close to 20% of these inhibitions are students. So you see it's a university city, a very diverse and young city. KAPITO in general is established from 1991. So since 1991, it's founded. So we've been around for more than 30 years in 30 years around. So over the time, we have grown into a well-established and trusted language school here in Münster. And we specialize in general in German as foreign language, so which allows us to offer a focused and professional language environment. Yeah, our school is centrally located in Münster, next to the main train station, and a lot of learners and students describe KAPITO or Münster as a perfect place to learn German because the city is not too big, not too noisy, but full of students' energy and international students as well. At the end, I will say that we are internationally very truly engaged. So every year, students from many different countries, e.g. Israel, Switzerland, Spain, Colombia, South Korea, France, and so on, come to study with us, learn with us. They're creating a diverse atmosphere in the classroom. And per month, in average, our school has around 100 to 110 students. In the summer months, there are much more. All right, let's go to the next point, to our language courses. In general, I could say in general to our language courses, we cover different pathways for different learner goals. For example, intensive German learning, but also university courses, so university preparation, and as well vocational training. I will say to this kind of courses in the end in detail more. Our core offer includes intensive courses from A1, so the basic, to C1 level with weekly starting dates. So every Monday you can start a course in our school. We also run exam preparations courses, for example, for the TELC, for the TestDAF, for the DSH or Goethe, because this is a point which is highly relevant for students who want to continue maybe in a German university. Also for companies, we have courses. We organize like tailored corporate language training from individual coaching with one employers to team programs with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and more employers in companies. In the next year, we are expanding our courses and our projects because we want to integrate in our program online courses for more flexibility, youth programs, so summer courses for young kids that come to Germany for 2 weeks and learn and play the German language, but also courses connected to vocational training. We call it Ausbildung. And now I will give you more information to courses like intensive courses, university courses, and vocational training courses. The intensive courses from A1 to C1 are in our program, and they run like year around with weekly start dates. We have 20 lessons per week, always from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. from Monday to Friday. We have small groups with a maximum of 12 students. So it's a personal approach, a personal learning. And the course duration is like this: A1, A2, B1, and C1. The duration is 8 weeks each. For B2, because it's like the most complicated level, the B2 level is 12 weeks duration. And so there is also possible to have a flexible booking from 1 week to several months, up to around about 10 or 11 months. So it's a flexible booking. There is also an afternoon learning support. Faruk will tell about it in our range of services, which is included in the price. All levels follow a clear structure, use modern textbooks and built-in review sections. And this allows students to track their own progress effectively. I will say something more about it in our teaching quality. For the vocational training courses, our new project in 2026, we call it Ausbildung in Germany. It's for learners who want to enter Germany's dual vocational training system. So a combined system of learning and working. And we offer specialized German courses that prepare them both linguistically, but also culturally in the work atmosphere for a vocational training. Our vocational training or vocational track includes job-related vocabulary communication, grammar and structures relevant to workplace context, but also a guidance to enter application process. It means a support in finding suitable job positions, job interview simulations in our school, but also communication training, and an assistance in preparing and structuring application documents for the CV, for the cover letter, but also the email communication, because in the German vocation, or to find a German vocational training, it's very huge, it's complicated, there are a lot of home pages, the process is very individual, and we want to support our students to give them a good and easy entry in this application. And the last point, our university preparation courses. These courses are close to our intensive courses, but the aim or the goal is to study at a German university and to get at least a C1 exam, for example, the TELC C1, and we have intensive training in academic reading, writing, listening, or speaking with our courses focused. All right, that's our language courses, and now to the teaching quality on the next slide.
Before we move to the next slide,
Yes.
a short mentioning that the images that we chose are not randomly picked by Google. The building that you see behind is the building where we are located. It's around 5 minutes from the main station, and in spring it looks beautiful because of the cherry trees that are in front of our building, and with the cherry blossoms, it looks amazing in the spring and in the summer. And next to the building, like about 2 minutes, is a city park located, and that you will see a short image of that, or in the next slide. You can go on, Pascal.
All right, thanks for adding these important informations, Faruk. Now, a topic that is very important for KAPITO, the teaching quality. All our teachers are qualified, experienced, and pedagogically trained. Most of our teachers are also bilingual. So they raised up with 2 languages and more, or study a second language in university. The lessons take place in small groups of maximum 12 learners. I repeat this information for now. And this small groups allows us to offer close and personal approach of personal learning. We also follow a clear structured course plan. The duration for A1, A2, B1, C1 is 8 weeks, B2 takes 12 weeks. And in addition, we use informal progress checks. We call it here Lektionschecks or Lektionstests. So every 2 textbook chapters, so learners always know where they stand and what they need to improve or to repeat. This is possible because the textbooks we use offer these built-in checkpoints after 2 chapters, for example. And what makes our teaching special is the mix of traditional and innovation. So of old and young, experienced and young master students with modern ideas. So, for example, I've been teaching at KAPITO since, I guess, 2020, yeah, so 5 years. So I know the textbooks, I know the learner needs and the typical challenges very well, because I'm also raised up with Polish parents. So I know this bilingual problems of speaking German, speaking Polish. I've been raised up in Germany, but I know the struggle to learn a second language as well. And I combine in my class, for example, methods with classy stuff, but also digital tools like Padlet, Kahoot, and interactive online exercises, and my colleagues as well teach in exactly the same spirit, like a combination of modern, engaging, but also communicative. And the goal is very simple. We want to create a learning that motivates. All right, so with that, I will hand over to you, Faruk, and Faruk will present or talk about the range of services, cooperations with you as agencies, and very importantly, why to choose KAPITO or why KAPITO is a strong partner for you. And afterwards, we are happy to answer all of your questions. All right, thank you. And now, Faruk, the stage is yours.
Thanks, Pascal. Thank you for the short introduction. I will continue with the range of services that we offer in our language school. And we try to give our students and agents some kind of full service package to make the life easier for them, but also to connect the students. So it's easier for them to learn the language by talking with each other or by doing programs and activities together. That's one of the main points that we do, which is quite, which also is offered by other language schools that we work with. So we do like leisure programs daily, and we try to include intercultural activities from Monday to Friday, where the students can decide for themselves if they want to join them. I can mention a few. We for Halloween, we now carved pumpkins at our language school. We paint mugs, or we visit different museums. We even we go to stadiums, to soccer or football stadiums. Maybe you know the team Borussia Dortmund. That is the stadium where we go quite often to, which the students also quite like, because it's an international club, and many students feel they feel very amazed by that, to see the stadium from inside, and also learn something about the soccer culture, which is quite big here. But also driving with paddle boats. We try to include as much as possible, visiting soccer halls, that they come together, that we have an intercultural mix, and that they learn language by playing and by connecting, and not only in the courses in the noon. Also, what we also offer is visa support, not just for the students, but also in the communication with the agencies. We arrange everything and make sure that the visa papers are as they should be. And the students also have the opportunity to come to weekly hours where they can talk with us about maybe visa problems or questions where they couldn't find an answer to. They have 3 days in the week for an hour where they can ask those questions directly to one of our employees. And also our teaching materials, the course and the exercise books that we use and that we work with, are also headed out to all of our students and are included in the price, and not been priced extra. That's also something that the students really like about our price structure, and agencies often take this as well. Another thing that we offer is accommodations. So we have host families, shared flats, and apartments that we have built through this more than 30 years. So what like our big chance is that in Münster we have so many host families organized through all the years, that are willing to accept the students and really welcome them. And so we have a big catalog of host families that would love to offer them a room or even an apartment. But we have also rented some apartments ourselves. I can show you that right now. So we have like host families. These are actually pictures that we took by the host families. with the host families, with the members, but also with our students. So they have the opportunity to decide if they want to live alone in our apartments, or if they want to live in a host family, which is also quite welcomed by the students. So they get an exchange with the families as well to learn the language, but also the culture that we live here in Germany. But if they decide that they are more willing to live alone and live in apartments, they also have the opportunity to do that. So we offer about 7 studios. That's how we call them, at the Germania campus, which is a quite new campus built in Münster. So all the apartments are fully mobilized and have everything in which you need, from beds to own kitchens, so they don't have buy anything extra, and it's everything included in the price. And yeah, we have around 7 to them, which are often booked through the next years, but we try to make sure that everyone gets the accommodation that he wants to get. Yeah, that's everything I can tell you about the accommodations. So I'll continue with the cooperation with agencies. I think for agencies, the most important factors are quick communication, correct and timely documents, which is mostly important for agencies from countries where the visa is needed. And we also want, or what we also want, but what agencies, of course, also want are satisfied students who feel supported from day one. And that's what we also looking for. So we are looking for long-standing cooperations with international partners. And also what's part of our KAPITO's course bookings. So of course we offer commissions for the agencies that we work with, and we're looking for long-term cooperations, not just for 1 year or 2 years. Most of the agencies that we work with are for years. And what the agencies tell us when we ask them for feedback from the students or for themselves, if there's anything that we can make better, it's often that they mention that it's quite easy to work with us, because we have a certain structure and a certain system which goes on for a long time, and it just works. And that's what most of the agencies and students appreciate. And that's also what I want to. That's also some kind of the answer to the questions that we ask ourselves. So why KAPITO? Why should you choose KAPITO as an agency? So we have an excellent reputation. You can look it up in the internet, but also from students of your country. We have mostly positive reviews and a high success rate in our exams that we offer as well. So we have an optimal location. So we are located 5 minutes from the main station, but also 5 minutes away from the city where like the life is going. And it's quite, as Pascal mentioned before, it's a quite popular study place, Münster, because like 20% of the students make it's 20% students. No, I'm missing the word. As part of the whole city. And yeah, that's so we can say it's an educational location. And we offer support from A to Z. Like if you have any questions, it's for us, it's mostly we take the short way. So if you have any questions or any way that we can support you, just write us directly or call us. We try to solve the problem as fast as possible. And as mentioned before, we have worldwide partners from Asia to North or South America. It's the whole world that we try to somehow work with. And that's all I can say, or we can say about that. Looking at the time, I would thank you very much for your attention. I hope we can answer any questions in the short time that we have left.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
feel free
have a
to answer.
question.
Okay, perfect.
Which nationality is majority of students at the school?
Oscar, you want to answer that?
Yes, so you mean like the top countries in our, all right. So in the last year, very popular was Israel, Tunisia, Spain, Colombia, as well, I guess Colombia, um, and Turkey. Turkey was as well a very important country. But in addition, 40% left is the other countries. So 60% is the one thing. So our top 10 and 30 or 40% is a very diverse nationality. Yeah.
Sounds like a great mix.
Yes, it is. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. Do we can switch our or not? No, we will send it maybe after this presentation, like a top 10 mix of our top 10 of our countries. So the first place is Israel with around about 11%, Tunisia is 10%, Turkey 9%, Japan 7%, Switzerland 6%, South Korea 5%, Spain 4%, US 3%, Colombia 3%, Syria 2%, and the rest countries are 40% of our students. That's it.
Very, very diverse.
Yes, very
Congratulations on
diverse.
that. We also have a question since the school and I suspect probably Münster are not very well known in Asia. What should agents use as the key selling point to promote your school and your destination? Just very short, maybe three most important things to sell Münster and to sell Capito.
Yeah, I think I can answer that question quite easy because we had a family trip in the last weeks where many people from around the world joined, and what they said about the uniqueness of Münster is that it's some kind of they said that it's kind of a wonderland because it has a very old it's an old city but with many young students, which makes the perfect mix. So it's not too big, not too small. Everything is nearby, and the city is culturally mixed by itself because of the many students that we have there. So it's very open-minded, and it's very open to new students, and it's you can see it all, like pictures that you can see here is maybe the answer to your question. It's small, it's not known in the world, but it's a really beautiful city, and it's known for that in Germany, and it should also be known for that in the world in the future, I hope.
I think another very important selling point is that Münster is so safe, and it's worth mentioning as well. I remember when I first met Pascal and listened to his presentation, what you told about crimes, about the main worry you need to have when you are a student in Münster. Will you mention that, Pascal, again?
Yes, Münster is as well known as the bicycle city. So in a lot of crime statistics, Münster is in the top 10, but just because the bikes is or are stolen. Yeah, so someone steal your bike, it's the one and only crime in Münster. But as well, it's really safe because a young city, an education city, 20% of the inhibitions here are students, and yeah, it's a very unique point, and a lot of students of us appreciate this kind of not to being too big, not too small, and also the diversity here in our city and our transport with the bike.
Thank you, Pascal. Could you please provide some more details about the vocational training? What kind of degrees are available? Would you have technical degrees?
So the vocational training. So the vocational training is like a system in Germany that offers you the possibility to go to school, but also to work. So you earn money, you get a salary. In this time, you learn. You go like 1 week or two, 1 day in a week or 2 days in a week. It depends from the job and the school to the school, and 4 or 3 days to the company. So it's a combined thing of working and earn money, but also to learn to get a graduation after it. The duration is for 3 years, and it can be a technical job, it can be an IT job, it can be an office job, and so on. And we want to show our students that in Germany there is a possibility not just to go to the university, but also to make this Ausbildung, because the very, very important point, after this 3 years of vocational training, you will have like a graduation, and the company that you work will integrate you in the job market. So you have a safe job, and in the best case, you have a social bubble, a German bubble, where you can communicate, where you have the German language and communication in the work, but also in the school, in the classes.
And what is the minimum German language level required to take the
The
vocational training course?
minimum, which is recommended by the government, is B1. But in our experience, I also talk with a lot of students. I also have helped 3 students to make a vocational training. They say B2 level is necessary because the everyday's life is more German language than B1. Yeah, B1 is the minimum of the government, but in our experience, and my recommendation is to get the B2 level, because it will make your life in vocational training in the school and in the job much more easier.
Got you. You also mentioned IT. Would you have something in robotics or image and sound?
The diversity of the jobs is very wide. So there is the possibility, of course, to do robotics, image and sound, but you can also make other stuff. We are not focused in just one thing, yeah, because there are a lot of students with a lot of individual interests. So we don't focus on one, but we support our students in their individual interests to get them a nice vocational training spot.
Well, this request came in from Mary Villar, so maybe she already has a student in mind, and this particular student probably has this interest. So maybe you could connect with Mary offline. And have we got any more questions?
Yes. Hello. Hi.
Hi,
Thank you for your presentation. Just a question. Maybe I missed the information at the beginning of the presentation, but Farouk and Pascal, nice to meet you. Are you both of you, the new managing directors of the school? You're replacing Hans-Gerd, or what's the situation?
Farouk?
Yes, I can answer that. Yes, we are the next management team. We start in January, but we work close with Hans-Gerd and Annegret, so we know them very well. We work with them since 1.5 years. They become some kind of our mentors through this year. So, and they will also support us through the next year. And they also told us we are leaving this school when you are perfectly prepared for everything. So it's a quite close relationship that we have with them, and makes it's really great working with them together. So yes,
Okay.
we are the new management team.
It was nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you as well.
I've been working with KAPITO for many years, and I must say one of the big selling points from the school is also the quality of your host families. And
Thanks.
And really, our students very much appreciate this. And I would say also a selling point for you is you're very competitive. Your prices are very competitive compared to other Germans, I mean, language schools in Germany. So I appreciate this also. Yeah. So
Very
nice to
much.
meet you.
That's yeah, nice to meet you as well. We will make a big announcement in the start of
Okay.
next year when everything's done, when everything's.
Okay. I thought maybe I missed a
No,
newsletter.
no. We haven't made the announcement yet. But thank you very much for the nice words. It's great to hear that.
Yeah, thanks.
Indeed, it was a pleasure to hear these kind words from Francoise. I just wanted to say that in the chat box about 5 minutes ago, I put a link to IALC's document, a review on all German member schools and their destinations. So you can find this in resources on our website, or there's a link in this chat, and you can access this document. It contains a comprehensive review of all destinations where IALC has its member schools in Germany, and it gives you some bullet points and explanations which what are the main differences between the destinations and how to do profile matching for your students throughout the IALC portfolio in Germany. Thank you very much to everyone who participated in this session. Thank you, Pascal and Farouk. Thank you for running
Welcome.
it for us today. And I hope you will find some new partnerships and maybe new students. They will become KAPITO students because of this. Thank you very much to everyone. I wish you a great day and hope to see you at other sessions we will be having later today and during the week. Thanks again.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your attention.
Bye bye.
Bye.